Yes.
How have your guys responded to the reboot so far? And how much has that just been figuring out what their role is on this team?
They've been good. I mean, there's still things that we have to work on, and I'm spending time right now watching tape when we're up 18, 20, 25, 16, that we give back those points. So I spent yesterday breaking ideas because they're not going to fix stuff on their own. It's just not what they do. And so we're going to work on some of that today and continue on the defense and continue on the ball movement. And then I told you, it took us 3 weeks to get where we were. It's not happening overnight. I don't want them to get away. Let me put it this way. They went from one shot, no shot, to probably a little bit too much grind out against Alabama. We got to be somewhere in the middle. But they proved that they could play that way if they had to, which is good.
What did you see, John, when you looked at big leads that got smaller?
Bunch of stuff that we're going to work on. I feel comfortable that it's not just defense, it's both sides of the ball, and we'll get better. Hey, Coach.
Is it more of a mental thing than physical?
No, I think it's as much technical as it is mental. Like they got to have a plan. Okay, you're up 18. Here's how we play. They don't know. Today we met in the morning with some film stuff, and I asked the guy, "Why didn't you do this?" He said, "I didn't know I was supposed to." Not his fault. If he doesn't know, then we got to teach him. They're starting to take more responsibility. At some point, someone's going to say, "I'm not playing well, and this is on me." I'm not sure they're ready for that yet, but they'll start moving in that direction. The more they take on responsibility, the more it's what they have to do together, the better for all of us.
It's your first chance to get a sort of second chance at a team. How much of a measuring stick and growth is it to play a team that sort of started this slide for you guys?
Well, they're good. I mean, I watched the Georgia game. They should have won that game too. I mean, they're running their stuff. They're a matchup problem for everybody. Rick's doing an unbelievable job, which he always does, getting his teams ready to battle and play. And whether you play man or zone, he's got a good answer. So.
How important has it been now to, it seems like Isaiah is more of a decision maker now on offense. How much has that helped maybe settle things down?
He's been better. The energy and some of the other things that we need are just, and you can't try to cure everything. You're going one thing, let's get this right, let's get this right. What I'm encouraged about is down the line where this team should be here in a couple more weeks. And that's, they want to do it. They're trying. And, good group of kids that, do some things that I shake my head at.
Cal, have you been able to identify what causes you to lose some of the leads going down the stretch that you have?
Yeah, I did. I came up with some ideas and some. I don't want to walk in a room and have people tell me this is what I think it is, and why don't we just watch the 6 games or the 5 games? Watch it go away, the lead, and think okay, now tell me what you think it is. You don't throw things out that were working, and you don't make up the reasons. So I watched those on an airplane and came back with a pretty good idea how I want to attack it, and we'll do some of it today, and then we'll go Wednesday and Thursday and Friday before we go to Georgia.
Were they pretty consistent in each
Yeah.
circumstance?
Yeah.
If we were basketball fans, we would know.
If you watched it, you probably have a good idea. You'd have to watch it, though. You can't just write about it and give your opinion, which is sometimes your hope, not your opinion.
Does it bring that frustration back up?
Did you get that? Some of you just don't get that. Yes?
Does it bring that frustration back up when you're rewatching those games and watching the league go?
No, because I'm trying to fix things. I'm not blaming. I'm not throwing kids under. Or they should this and they are what they are. And who's 18? Hold on. I got it. Get out of there.
you said every team out there has issues.
Yeah.
What would you say is the major issue confronting your team right now?
Just learning how to play in situational basketball. You know, you think about it, the fast team we had in 2012, we were fast. This team could be faster. But how did we play in the championship game? What was the final score? 67-59. And it was only because we were shooting fouls at the end. That game was in the low 60s because we had to be in the low 60s to win the game. I mean, I saw where it was going. I didn't like it. I slow down. Let's just play and grind these dudes a little bit. You got to be able to do both. But our speed is a weapon, and you got to use your weapons. You got to use open court driving and get to the rim. You know, we're a good three-point shooting team. Use your weapons. Yet, you're going to play somebody that makes you play half court. You got to be able to do it. So a lot of our issues are situations. There's no anything within that's an issue. I mean, it's just they don't know. And I'm trying, to put a lot of this on. All right, let me spread this thing out a little bit between staff. Let me tell these guys, my job is in practice. Your job is in the game. As they went through it, I don't look. You could sit there and go crazy when they give up a leader. You can figure out why they're doing this because we've done it 5 times, up 25, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, we could lose this. So, if we haven't talked about it, we haven't really worked on it and shown them. I can't blame them. Dudes were in high school 6 months ago, trying to play what we're doing against veteran teams.
Cal, what's the biggest difference between the Aaron Fox for 18, 19 games and the guy we've seen these last 4 or 5?
Well, he was sick, and that zapped him a little bit, and I think he'll be fine. The biggest issue, if you look, is the way he played the ball and bothered the ball and defended. He looked like Tyler Eulis. He backed up a little bit off that. That's the number one weapon he has. And then the second weapon is his speed. Those are effort things. Those aren't, you got to do that first.
Is that where guys try to save some gas when they're not feeling 100%?
No, I think it's easier just trying to do something crazy. And if you make that, you can go 1 out of 5 plays. I've had guys that way. Versus grind it and push and do it and go. I'm going to make one really fabulous play, and that'll keep everybody off my neck for 3-4 minutes. Versus the day-to-day. I'm not a shock and awe. That's not how I coach. I'm not the Showtime. That's our thing is every day we're doing the same drills. Every day we're trying to get better. It's the grind of this. Those plays happen just in the flow of the game, that you do something crazy because you're that good. You don't have to play to do something crazy, just play. But again, I'm happy with what these guys are trying to do, and I'm getting a better mental picture of where this team needs to be. And unless we had gone through some of the stuff we went through, I probably would have been fooled. So I think we're moving in the right direction.
NCAA said today they're going to experiment with resetting team fouls at the 10-minute mark in NIT games. Is that an idea that you like?
Never heard of it. Don't know enough about it to even respond.
Cal, Fox and Van, they're okay? Fox and Van?
I was on an airplane and landed, and then before I got back, are your guys okay? What? They were in a fender bender they were passengers in a car that was in a fender bender, and I was meeting with De'Aaron before I left, and he came in, and I didn't even ask him because everybody said, yeah, they're fine. Nothing happened. I mean, but you're Kentucky. It's on the ticker. What is on the ticker? You know what was on the ticker 2 nights ago? What Ellen and I had for dinner. It's crazy. I mean, what in the world? I mean, could be. Don't want to get anybody in trouble.
Speaking of Ellen, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Do you celebrate?
Ooh, is it?
Or is it a Hallmark holiday for you?
Do I celebrate Valentine's Day? You reminded me, so I'll probably get her flowers. I didn't know it was Valentine's Day tomorrow, but I'll usually get her flowers or a card or something, or sometimes I have someone else get it because I forgot and bring it over.
Hopefully your daughter can remember for you.
Yeah, you help me.
One or two more. You talked about setting up that play for Derek Lewis twice late in the game. How many guys on this roster are you comfortable setting up, taking a big shot?
I'm pretty comfortable. I've done it with different players on here, the team, and got to be able to make fouls in case you get fouled. You know, we're still, you know, work in progress. You know, I know Malik, we ran something for him, and I put De'Aaron Fox in pick and rolls against Mississippi State because I was comfortable with him making those plays. But you know, he did it. We just got to figure. He's got to figure out the rebounding defensive end. How are we going to do this to survive? I mean, and Wenyan, same. How are you going to do this and survive? And we're still, again, we're experimenting. I don't know if you watch. Most of you don't, but we played pick and roll defense with Isaac a little different. You have no idea what I'm talking about, which I really like. But we played it different. And we're trying different things so these kids we can see what they're able to do. You can't ask a kid to do something he's not capable of doing. You just can't do it. I mean, you just got to keep figuring out, or you don't play them. That's your option. Figure it out with them, or don't play them. Don't put them in there where they're not capable of doing what you're asking. I put Derek Willis in that play to get him that shot because I know he's capable of making that. There are other guys I would not put them in that play because they're capable, but I'm not sure they're very confident they can make that play. I like what Kenny's doing right now. Kenny's watching. If a player's not playing with confidence, either on defense or offense, he's out. Kenny's just taking him out. So you either play with confidence or you're coming out. What does that mean? You play with confidence. You can miss a shot confidently, miss a shot, confidently play defense. But if you're out there and you don't breathe. You don't breathe for 4 minutes at a time, and you're like, well, you shouldn't be out there. Be confident. Get yourself in practice, work on it, walk in that game, knowing I want to play, and I'm going to play confident. So there's some things we're working on and doing, and we'll see.
Guys, can he just tell you, or is he just making a change?
Either he'll say something to me, or he'll say, get him out. So we're trying a little bit of everything.
All right, guys, very good in the practice.
Thanks.